The realm. Do you know what the realm is? It's the 1,000 blades of Aegon's enemies. A story we agree to tell each other over and over till we forget that it's a lie.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back for another Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire update video. In this video, I want to show all of you what George R.R. Martin said about The Winds of Winter as well as House of the Dragon second season. In his new NotABlog update, he revealed some interesting information about the writers and actors strike, the status of the show, and his next novel in the A Song of Ice and Fire saga. He let us know how much work has been done on House of the Dragon, and he also let us know how often he's writing The Winds of Winter. Now, let's have a look at George R.R. Martin's website because I would like to discuss what he had to say. He said, "Those of you who have been following the news out of Hollywood will already know that SAG AFTRA, the actors union, has gone on strike, joining the Writers Guild of America. We have been striking since May the 2nd. If you're in LA or New York City, or sometimes here in Santa Fe, you may have seen our picket lines. Those lines have gotten much bigger since the actors joined us, and you may see some familiar faces holding signs. The SAG contract ended on June 30th, but the actors gave every chance to reach an equitable agreement by extending negotiations. Unfortunately, it was disregarded. The studios did not move an inch, and they still refused to address some of the most important issues on the table. This includes AI, and payments, and residuals from streaming. They gave the actors no choice but to walk. As for the writers, well, the studios are not even talking to us. All negotiations were shut down back in May when the strike began. It's hard to reach any agreement when the other side won't even come to the table. I joined the WGA in 1986 and have been through several strikes with them. We have made gains in all of them, but some issues are more important than others, and this year's strike is the most important of my lifetime. No one can be certain where we go from here, but I have a bad feeling that this strike will be long and bitter. It might even get as bad as the infamous 1985 strike, though I hope not." Now, some of you may be wondering how this has affected me and my work. One of the very few shows still shooting is House of the Dragon, as you may have read. That's true. I'm told the second season is halfway done. All of the scripts had been finished months before the WGA strike began. No writing has been done since, to the best of my knowledge. House of the Dragon is shot mostly in London, and a little bit in Wales, Spain, and various other locations, which is why filming has continued. Our actors are members of the British union Equity, not SAG AFTRA, and though Equity strongly supports their American cousins, British law forbids them from staging any sympathy strike. Honestly, I was shocked to hear that. How in the world could they allow such anti-labor regulations to be enacted? Now, as for myself, my overall deal with HBO was suspended on June 1st. I'm assuming this is because George does help them with writing. Although he doesn't do a whole lot of writing for HBO lately, I believe he does still help out in the writer's room for House of the Dragon, as well as their new show about Dunk and Egg. Not to mention, these shows are based on his writing, so that may automatically categorize him as one of their writers, even if he's not there every day. Either way, I wish he would have given more information about the suspension. Now, he goes on to say, "I still have a lot to do, of course, in that I am one of the lucky ones. These strikes are not really about name writers or producers or showrunners, most of whom are fine. We're striking for the entry-level writers, the story editors, the students hoping to break in, the actor who has 4 lines, the guy working his first staff job who dreams of creating his own show one day, as I did back in the 1980s. Last week, we had a great meeting with the producers on the Iron Throne, the stage play we've been working on over the last few years. The scripts for that one are coming along well, and it's got me very excited. SAG AFTRA covers television and film, but not the stage, so the strike had no effect there. Maybe we will even be able to bring the show to the West End by... well, no, better not to say. Do not want to jinx anything. And yes, of course, I've been working on Winds of Winter, almost every day. Writing, rewriting, editing, writing some more, making steady progress. Not as fast as I would like, and certainly not as fast as you would like, but he is moving forward nonetheless. Now, as some of you may already know, it has officially been a dozen years since George R.R. Martin released A Dance with Dragons. He hasn't released a new novel for his A Song of Ice and Fire saga since July of 2011. It's actually kind of shocking to think he is still writing The Winds of Winter in 2023. I'm guessing he felt the need to give some kind of an update since it has now been another year since the release of his last novel. I'm sure the fans have been sending him a lot of nice messages since we've reached another anniversary. It is one hell of a milestone to still be writing The Winds of Winter this many years later. Now the good news is he says he's still writing nearly every day. It's also good to know that House of the Dragon hasn't been affected by any of the strikes. Since he says they're about halfway done with the second season, I hope it means they're still on schedule for the summer release. I know I'd hate to have to wait any longer. I'm not the only one who's anxious to see what happens in the show next. Now let me know what all of you think about the new updates down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I will make sure to keep you up to date on any new information about these new Game of Thrones shows, as well as George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire novels. Once again, I have to thank all of you for stopping by and watching another video. I hope all of you have a great day. I will see you again very soon. Bye.